be seated, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Cole. Mr. Ready, call your next witness.
We are on State Calls Amanda Metz.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you'll give in this case to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. Please have a seat in the witness stand. State your full name for the record, and please spell your last name.
Amanda Metz, M-E-T-Z.
Okay. Investigator Metz, right?
Sort of. It's examiner.
Examiner Metz, okay. Where are you employed?
I work at the Richland County Sheriff's Department in the Forensic Sciences Laboratory in the Firearm and Toolmark section.
Okay. And how long have you worked with the Sheriff's Department in that capacity?
I've been at the Sheriff's Department for 16 years and in that capacity for 14.
Okay. Tell us generally, I know this is a broad kind of question, but what goes on in the Forensic Science Laboratory, specifically the Firearm and Tool Marking section?
So the Firearm and Toolmark section primarily examines firearms and ammunition components and then report our findings to the court. So we're examining them for forensic evidence. What this means is primarily we're doing a bullet-to-bullet comparison, bullet-to-firearm comparison, cartridge case to cartridge case comparison, cartridge case to firearm comparison. That's our main bread and butter. We have a lot of other kind of smaller disciplines that we do, so tool marks such as bolt cutters to a padlock, that sort of thing, as well as serial number restoration, muzzle to target distance determination, and then we also participate in the National Integrated Ballistics Information Imaging Network, also called NIBIN. It's a lot easier to say. And we do that all with either evidence cartridge cases or evidence firearms.
Okay. Any clue, I don't know, how many firearms you examine in any given year?
The laboratory or myself?
You.
I can probably tell you over my career, I've examined thousands, 5,000 myself. Yearly, we examine well over 3,000, 4,000 firearms each year in the laboratory.
Okay. Are you ever asked to match a fired cartridge casing to a firearm?
Yes, all the time.
Are you ever asked to match a projectile to a firearm?
Yes, all the time.
Okay. Well, I guess before we get going too much farther, what is a cartridge casing?
So a cartridge case, well, we'll start out. A cartridge is the unfired ammunition. So it's the whole piece. It contains the projectile or bullet that sits inside the cartridge case, which is what holds the gunpowder, as well as the primer. So the primer and the gunpowder are what have that combustion that allow the firearm to actually function, meaning it allows the bullet to be pushed down and out the barrel and towards the target. And sometimes, depending on the type of firearm, the cartridge case to be pushed back and extracted and ejected.
So a fired cartridge casing is what would be left behind after a projectile is fired?
Yes, after a cartridge is fired, a cartridge case could be what's left behind. So in some situations, such as a revolver, the cartridge cases aren't extracted and ejected. They remain inside the cylinder. But the cartridge case and a projectile are what we call fired components. They're what happens after you fire the cartridge. They're the remaining components. So the cartridge case will no longer have the gunpowder and the primer's been expended. And then the projectile obviously will have passed through the barrel of a firearm. And so those are two fired components.
So like this was an intact cartridge or unfired bullet. When it's fired, the projectile travels away and meets its target, whatever it may be, and what's left is this casing.
Correct, cartridge case, yes.
Okay. And the projectile, wherever it goes, you can sometimes recover it too and match it back.
Sometimes, obviously, it just depends on how far it's gone and what it's gone into. Same thing with cartridge cases. Sometimes you can recover them and sometimes you can't.
All right. Were you asked to, in this particular case, examine a Glock 45 and a Taurus 9mm pistol?
I was, yes.
Were you asked to examine a projectile?
Yes.
Were you asked to examine a fired cartridge casing?
Yes.
Have you been qualified as an expert before in firearm and tool marking ID?
Yes, I have.
All right. Approximately how many times?
Approximately more than 20 times, 25 times.
Okay. You know, at this time, the state does offer examiner Amanda Metz as an expert in firearm and tool marking ID.
No objection. No objection. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you something about experts in a minute. I need to make this finding though that expert testimony is necessary to assist the jury in resolving certain factual questions. Ms. Metz is qualified in the area of firearm and tool marking, and the methodology of testimony is reliable. Ladies and gentlemen, normally a person cannot give you opinion testimony. Their testimony must be what they heard, saw, smelled, touched, something of that nature. However, there's an exception when somebody is qualified because of their education and experience. They are permitted to give you their opinion in certain areas if I find that they are qualified. As I've stated, Ms. Metz will be qualified in the area of firearm and tool mark, and that does not mean you must accept her opinion, but it's evidence for you to use in any way you see fit and give it whatever weight and credibility you deem necessary during your deliberations. Okay, Mr. Scott.
All right, Examiner Metz, I have that your analyses took place between May 13th of 2024 and June 10th of 2024.
Yes, correct.
All right. And during that time period, did you have an opportunity to examine states number 11, which has been admitted into evidence?
Yeah, so I recognize and identify States Exhibit 11 as my Richland County items 21 and 22.
Oh, okay. Well, it's states number 11 for this trial's purpose, but you recognize?
Yes, correct, as Richland County items 21 and 22.
Okay. I'm going to need to refer to it as states number 11.
Yes.
What is states number 11?
It is a Taurus Model G3 9mm Luger caliber pistol. The serial number is ADG 488788, and the other part of that, which is a separate item number for us, but still states Exhibit 11, is a Taurus 9mm Luger caliber magazine assembly and 10 unfired 9mm Luger caliber cartridges.
Okay. So the magazine, you had not only the pistol, but the magazine and 10 unfired bullets.
Well, yes, however, they're not in this box.
Okay.
They,
But for course safety purposes, we don't typically
Yes,
enter a gun.
correct.
But you received
Yes.
10 unfired cartridges.
that's correct, yes.
And did you find states number 11 to be in working order?
I did, yes.
Ms. Hack, something keeps popping up on the lap screen. It's like someone's computer is locked and it keeps making noise and popping up. I don't know who's plugged in.
Anybody plugged into the system?
Somebody,
I'm a Luddite, it's not me.
somebody's in your house and it keeps popping up with their screen. We just turn it off. Let's try it. That's all I need to know.
Okay.
We're not hardware, John. We're not hardware.
Well, at least just mute it.
Or yes, maybe
See,
try things.
Oh, that's the WebEx.
Well, nobody has a WebEx computer. We removed it, it was right there. Yeah, I'm gonna.
And that's the monitor we use for WebEx.
Yeah, but it's in form of this mouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're having some technical difficulties. It should be. All right, Mr. Scott. We're not making noise anymore. All right.
We're talking about, you had 10 unfired, I'm gonna call them bullets, but that's a cartridge and.
So yes, cartridges is the correct term for unfired.
Ooh.
Bullet is what comes out and down and out the barrel of a firearm.
You had 10 unfired cartridges.
Yes,
You had a magazine and then you had a 9mm pistol.
correct.
Did you test the 9mm pistol?
I did.
Was it in working order?
It was functioning properly, yes.
You did you or did you not have a chance to look at states number 6? Is that tack light, what we've been calling it?
I did not have a chance to look at States Exhibit 6.
Okay. We met last week.
Week before that.
Week before. And I showed you states number 6, the tack
Yes.
light. And we were able to put it on the Taurus, were we not?
Yes. Well, this is a solo fish laser flashlight combination. And the way they design it is so that it has rails that can expand and contract. They're designed to fit most pistols, even compact pistols, as long as the firearm has an accessory rail. They could even fit a rifle, depending on, again, if it has a correct accessory rail. They're really universal. They're meant to go on quite a few different firearms.
Okay. With states number 11, the Taurus, it would be compatible with the solo fish tack light.
It's
attachment.
compatible with just about every pistol that has accessory rails, which the Taurus does have accessory rails.
Okay. Are you familiar with the solo fish brand?
I'm familiar in that I've seen it attached to firearms and know how it works, yes.
Okay. Are laser pointers attached to firearms, is that an uncommon thing?
No.
What about flashlights attached to guns? Is that
No,
uncommon?
that's not uncommon. I mean, this is a very popular brand flashlight, and almost all of their flashlights are flashlight laser combinations. So you have the option of either having a laser or a flashlight or both at the same time.
I mean, could I buy one of those like at Dick's or Academy
You
Sports?
could get it off of Amazon if you wanted to.
Amazon. Okay. Did you have an opportunity to? Well, you already said the Glock 45. That's states number 10. Had an opportunity to examine that.
Yes, I recognize and identify States Exhibit 10 as Richland County items 19 and 20.
The 10 is the Glock 45 caliber.
That's correct. It's States Exhibit 10 is the Glock Model 30 or 30S 45 auto caliber pistol. Serial number is XRP621, as well as a Glock 45 auto caliber magazine assembly and 8 unfired 45 auto caliber cartridges. But again, I don't have the unfired cartridges in this box.
Now, with the Glock, were you asked to test it against a fired cartridge casing?
I was asked to do a general examination, which is when we get this evidence, we look at the fired evidence first, look at class characteristics. So class characteristics for fired evidence is the caliber, what sort of, for cartridge cases, we're looking at firing pin shape, ejector shape, any breech face markings. For projectiles, we're looking at the caliber again, as well as the rifling type. Once we determine that, then we would look at the appropriate firearms that we have.
Okay, so the Glock number, states number 10, was it in working order?
It was work in order, yes.
You just described a general kind of analysis of the
Yes, so we don't get fired evidence and only compare it to a singular firearm. Like that's not our main goal. Our main goal is to look at the fired evidence first, see what characteristics fit, and examine the firearms that could have fired it. So in this instance, we have 2 different caliber firearms, and then we would compare our fired evidence to which firearm has the correct class characteristic or caliber.
Let me see if I can ask that another way. This is states number 7. It's been admitted into evidence, and it is a fired cartridge casing from a .45 caliber pistol. So, did you examine states number 7 and compare it to states number 10, the Glock pistol?
Yes, can I have some scissors, please? Yes, I recognize and identify States Exhibit 7 as Richland County Item 5, which is one fired .45 auto caliber cartridge case.
Why do you have it open? Can you hold that? I'm just gonna set it here so. Okay, so that we kind of talked about there. That's a fired cartridge casing.
Correct. So there's nothing inside of it. When it's unfired, gunpowder is housed inside of it with the bullet kind of like holding it all in.
My analogy, that would be the
That's-
pin part that's
yes.
left behind in the projectile
Exactly.
leads. That fired cartridge casing,
Yes.
did it match either one of those guns you tested?
It did identify to States Exhibit 10,
Which is?
the Glock .45 auto caliber pistol.
That fired cartridge casing matched states number 10, which is the Glock .45 caliber pistol.
Yes.
All right. You still get your scissors, so
I do.
this is states number 9. Let me ask if you had a chance to examine states number 9.
Yes, I recognize and identify States Exhibit 9 as Richland County Item 16, which is one fired metal jacketed bullet.
Okay.
Do you want that too?
What we got?
Oh.
Is that what this is? States number 74.
I have to, that's not my photo, so it looks similar, yes.
Okay. As a projectile.
It's a bullet, projectile, yes.
Is that how the projectile, the bullet looks when it's attached to the cartridge before it's fired?
No, that's not how it looks when it's intact before firing.
Okay. What causes a projectile to?
So this is a jacketed hollow point, which means that the inside is lead and is surrounded by a metal jacket, usually copper or brass, And jacketed hollow point means that the point, the top of the bullet, the nose of the bullet is open. And those are designed to, when upon impact, spread so that it doesn't travel through your target and possibly hit something you're not meaning to shoot at.
Okay.
So this is what happens. It expands into this pretty starfish.
Okay. So stakes number 9, projectile. Were you able to match that for the firearm you tested?
Yes, I identified it to State's Exhibit 10, the Glock 45 auto caliber pistol.
So the Glock 45 fired this casing that we heard testimony about before, and it fired the projectile shown in State 74, but also what you've got in front of you is State's number 9.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so is it your expert opinion the Glock 45 fired the casing, State's number 7, and fired the projectile, State's number 9?
Yes, correct.
Thank you, Ms. Watts. Will you put that? Answer any questions that the defense may have for
Cross-examination.
So, as a firearms expert, are you familiar with the, I guess it's States 11, which is the Taurus 30 pistol,
The Taurus G3?
G3.
Yes,
I don't know where I got Taurus 30, G3. And you examined it.
I did.
Now, you testified that there were 10 bullets submitted to you, though they're not in the same box. Is that
Yes,
correct?
10 unfired cartridges.
So you'd agree that this weapon, this 9mm pistol, is semi-automatic, is that right?
Yes, a 9mm Luger semi-automatic pistol, yes.
So it holds 1 in the chamber
Yes.
and 9 in the magazine,
No.
all right? How many in the magazine?
Give me 1 second, because sometimes it can be submitted with extended magazines. 1 second, and I'll refer to
That
my...
would mean more bullets.
I'm sorry?
That would mean more cartridges.
Yes, more cartridges. This particular firearm was submitted with a magazine that could hold 17. So if you fill the magazine, it's 17, and then if you carry one in the chamber, the firearm itself can hold up to 18.
70.
Yes.
And now, you mentioned that this Taurus weapon was compatible with what you were asked about being a solo fish.
Yes, the solo fish flashlight laser combination, it is compatible with the Taurus. It's also compatible with the Glock. Both of these firearms could have that flashlight on them.
Are you aware that your department concluded this weapon belonged to the young man Belton, who was deceased in this incident?
I don't pay attention to the particulars. I just look at the evidence.
Did you examine the Taurus to see if it had markings that would indicate that all this was attached to it?
No, I did not.
And what's the function? Well, we can assume a tactical light is a flashlight.
Yes, it's a flashlight and a laser. It just has buttons. You can turn either one on.
And this had also in combination, meaning one accessory that attaches to the
Yes.
weapon and would attach to the bottom of the barrel of the Taurus.
It attaches to the frame. The frame has like kind of grooves cut out. That's called accessory rails. And it's underneath the barrel, but it's actually attached to the frame.
Okay. As consistent with the Taurus, which had those rails.
Taurus and Glock both have those, yes.
And the red dot laser, is this a red and green or just a red dot laser?
I did not examine this, so I don't know what color the laser is.
What's the point of this accessory, a red dot laser?
Well, it's not necessarily a red dot laser. So a red dot laser is actually a brand. So this solo fish flashlight laser combination, the point is so that you could possibly shoot in the dark if you needed to illuminate anything that you plan on shooting at. And then the laser can be used to help shoot what you're intending to shoot, so targeting.
So with a gun not equipped with a laser sight, is that fair? One not equipped with a laser sight, you have to look down the barrel and try to hit what you're aiming, right?
You would look down the sights, which are on top of the firearm. Again, it doesn't matter really. It is helpful, but it can also not be helpful. It depends on what scenario you're in. If you're in a scenario
What is
where...
it? I'm sorry.
I'm sorry?
I'm not sure what it meant if you said it.
The flashlight laser combination?
That's not my question. My question is, without that equipment of a laser sight,
Yes.
you're relying on your aim,
Well, you're relying
pointing a
on your...
weapon, looking down the barrel, and the two sights that are metal pieces on the top of the barrel.
You're relying on your aim either way, I guess is what I meant, is it. Your aim is not necessarily made better with a flashlight laser combination. Aim is not everything. When you fire a gun, if you are anticipating firing that gun, you are going to usually miss what you're aiming for.
Let me ask you to get back to my question, if you don't mind, Your Honor. That's not really responsive to my question, which was pretty simple. With a gun,
Judge, I'm just asking that, he's interrupted a couple of times, let her explain her answer.
well, that's because her answers are not responsive to my question.
Well, I understand sometimes you don't like it, but you need to let it finish, and then we can move on from there.
Have a way.
I'm sorry, I don't know where I'm at now. So I don't remember what I was saying. You can
Let me
rephrase
ask
your
the
question.
again. Can we agree that a laser sight fires a beam of laser light?
Correct, yes.
And the purpose of the laser light is to allow the person, whether it's nighttime or daytime, to put that light on whatever you intend to shoot to improve your ability to hit what you intend to shoot. Isn't that the purpose of the laser
It does
light?
help, yes.
Okay,
But
thank you.
only if you are competent with a firearm. If you are not competent with a firearm, it's not going to help you.
And you don't know about the owner of this?
I don't know who owned this, and I don't know their competency, but having a flashlight laser combination does not make you suddenly a magically gifted shooter.
Do you have a red laser or a laser sight on your firearm, your service revolver?
I do not.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything on redirect?
You familiar with a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 380 pistol?
Yes,
That little.
yes.
I got one of those and it came equipped with a red dot.
Yes, it comes
or-
with the Crimson Trace laser, yes.
Your Honor, I don't think that's proper direct, and I don't know that it's relevant what he owns at home. Although I'd be happy to go into his gun collection if you deem that relevant.
Overruled.
You familiar with that gun?
I am familiar. Yes.
It's a mass-produced pistol.
Correct, yes.
And it actually comes from the factory with a built-in laser.
It does, yes.
Do you have any firearms with lasers?
I don't know.
Do they help you shoot any better?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Nothing, Your Honor.
All right, you step down, man.